Karibu sana.
Asante.
Mgeni wetu. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. It is a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe tunaweza jua majina yako.
Okay, I'm Pastor Joseph. I am a youth pastor. I serve under Jesus Healing and Deliverance Ministry. And my father, Apostle Philip, I know he is watching. And also I'm a counselor. And I'm married to one wife, female.
Wow.
Yeah, and I have a small daughter. She's 4 years.
Yes.
And I'm glad to be here this morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
This is MTN TV, the Eagles Show. We are soaring high. And so, najua uko na mambo mengi sana ambayo umetuletea siku ya leo. I know our viewer is watching and he is waiting to hear from you. Maybe you are the one who will tell us where to start. Yes.
Okay. So today we are going to talk about identity or self-love.
Identity.
Yeah. And so we can start by understanding what is identity. So identity are the values that guide the behavior of a person. So when we are talking about identity, you know, somebody said that when the value of a thing is not known, misuse is inevitable. If you don't know the value of who you are, being misused is very easy. And also, if you don't know the use or the value of a thing, like right now, let me use an example. Let us say you have a hammer. The use of a hammer is either to nail on the nails or to either remove them.
Yes.
But then you cannot use the hammer to go and cook.
Yes.
You see? So we are identifying the thing according to its behavior.
Okay.
You see? So when you don't know your identity, when you don't know who you are, it is you can simply fall into what you are not. And then you will start behaving in a certain way that it is not appealing, and you find out that you will miss your purpose. So in identity, you must work out to understand who you are, because who you are now is going to give us your purpose. Yeah.
So identity is like knowing ourselves.
Sure.
So we can't live in a life where we don't know ourselves.
Yeah.
If we don't know ourselves, maybe tunaweza enda direction nyingine, which is not ours. So today we are blessed to have Joseph Jau, a pastor, a counselor, a father, and so all that. Yes. And so maybe the people who are watching us maybe may have maybe a question or two when we are going. Kwa tunaendelea tu. Ukiwa na swali hapa unaweza uliza, tunaweza mwambia tu atuambie. Umesikia na tunaongea kuhusu self love ama identity, kujijua, kujielewa. Tuambie kitu. Tuendelee.
Okay. And so in finding out your identity, and then you get to know your purpose, you'll get to a point whereby we usually say you will have lived out your life fully.
Yes.
You would have lived out your life fully. And by that, you will be very effective even in the community and all that. And mostly I want to speak to young people because we have something that is called identity crisis right now.
Identity crisis.
Yeah. Identity crisis is whereby you find yourself, you have believed what you are not. Maybe by just people telling you something. You see, like right now, let me use an example of school, of schooling. There are many people who have gone to undergone some challenges. Maybe they're not performing well. They have been called names. They have been told they are failures. They have been told they cannot do good. They cannot add up. they are useless.
You're good for nothing.
Yeah, they're good for nothing. Sometimes even parents, when they are angry, they just throw some names, and we understand their parents. Maybe even right now, because of the economic status, we find somebody has stress, and the only person that they are able to release it on
children
is this child. And many youths are suffering out of this, and they are finding themselves, it becomes hard, because if you don't know who you are, if you don't know your identity, then all these other things will fail. Yeah.
So first is to know your identity.
Sure.
Hata mzazi akikwambia you are good for nothing, know that hauko hivyo. Hata ukiitwa ng'ombe, jua haujakuwa ng'ombe. Yes. Hata ukiambiwa kitu, jua ya kwamba know your identity. So wakati umejua your identity, hautakuwa na shida.
Sure.
Hata mzazi akikwambia nini, utajua ya kwamba I'm not that way.
Sure.
So let us continue.
And also there is something we usually called the PD in counseling, called personal development. This is just something that we use to get to understand ourselves, to get to know who you are.
Yes.
And so in the PD we have something we call the greatest achievement. That is the first point in the PD. And many people, they usually say they don't have an achievement, which is not true.
So many.
Yeah, you will ask somebody, what is your greatest achievement? And maybe because of they are overshadowed by the ambitions, they feel they don't have any achievement.
In life.
Wow. And there is nobody in this earth that does not have an achievement. Yeah, even up to where you are right now, you can count. Some have even so many. There are so many things you have achieved.
Yes.
Yeah. So many people say they don't have any achievement just because they are overshadowed by the ambition, where they want to go, where they want to walk in. And so because of not having this understanding that there is something I have achieved, they don't get to know themselves.
Okay.
You see? And so we have something else we call ambition now. Ambition
from
is,
number one is the one we have just talked about.
About greatest achievement. And now we have ambition. Ambition is the things you are hoping to achieve, the things you're working on.
Ambition.
Yeah. Now when you don't get to understand who you are, then here we will have a problem, because you will not get to understand what you want.
Okay, first you have to know yourself.
Yeah, first you have to know yourself. This is who I am. Okay, if you are you have been called into a certain line and your interest, you see, when we started we said that there are values that guides you to a certain behavior. And in this world, it is very funny that people are very unique. Even if you have children, you will see that they cannot be the same. Like now in my instant, I am introverted, and I have siblings. My brother is an extrovert. You see, and my sister is in between somewhere there. We are so unique. We are so unique. And so many a times you see the youths get confused because of what they see. They want to become somebody else. They are associating with a certain celebrity, maybe, and so they don't get to live out their life. And so they cannot have ambitions, because their ambitions will be linked to the ones they are looking up to. And it is so unique, even in a music studio, because I'm also called into the music ministry. You will find out, even if you will sing like the person who has sung a certain song, if you do a cover, it will not come out exactly the same.
It can't.
Yeah, it can't.
We are different.
We are very different. The uniqueness, the fingerprint. There are so many things that show our uniqueness. I was making a joke another day. I was saying, if all of us were tall, it will be so funny.
Like me.
And if all of us were short, or if all of us were were plump or we were thin,
I think.
it will be a great problem.
Yes.
Yeah, so we are very unique. And so you have to find your spot. You have to find your spot, who you are.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to get to know the values, what is shaping you, so that you don't end up with identity crisis, and you will also get to understand that I am this person. I've been called to do this, not that. To be specific, what you're supposed to do. You see?
If you know yourself,
yeah,
you know what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, you know now the ambition.
Okay, the ambition.
Yeah.
Oh, the ambition comes when you know yourself. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have your greatest fear. These are the things that they give you some uncomfortability when you think about them. We have so many fears. There are people who fear breaking up in relationships. Some fear even boarding vehicles, maybe because of a previous accident.
Yeah.
Some even fear so many things, so many fears in life. Yeah, insecurities and all that in life. And so you have to work out your fears. There is something in counseling we call flooding. This flooding is whereby if you fear maybe boarding vehicles because of a previous accident, you will board so many times so that the fear will come out.
Oh.
Yeah. You will find out maybe you have a fear of a certain thing. Maybe even it is some people just have insecurity with life. Yeah. So many insecurities that they end up not doing, not becoming what they are supposed to become. Yeah, you fear indulging in something because of the fear of failure.
Wow.
So you won't even start. Yeah, you fear failing. So you won't even start.
So you won't start.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
you just be stuck there.
Yeah.
Because of fear. Wow.
So you have to work out your fears. So that you understand, I have this fear as a person, and so I must work it out. Because if you enter a relationship and maybe you have even these fears of breaking up, maybe some have even come from families that are broken, and from very bad experiences, and so they have fears of even entering into relationships. They have fears of making friends because maybe they were jilted or they were betrayed. And so when you work out your fears and you walk and get to understand that this is where I'm supposed to work. Now you will fix your identity. You'll be so good that you will get to a point whereby we call it self-actualization. And so on the other point, we have the greatest person in your life.
Yeah.
And many people make mistakes here. Like now, for instance, for our viewers, if I might ask you, who is the greatest person in your life? When I got to do this, I wrote my wife.
Wow.
The greatest person. I know she's watching. She's a very good woman. I love that. She's very good. And so the person I wrote was my wife. And many people, when we were doing that test, they were writing, someone was writing my husband, the other person was writing my brother, my mother. And when we got to sum up all this, we found out that nobody had written the greatest person is me.
I was waiting to hear that.
Yeah, nobody had written the greatest person is me. And now this is where self-love comes in.
Okay.
You see? So when you have...
You see another person.
Yeah, when you have identified yourself now, and you have known this is who I am, you get to have the self-love and to appreciate yourself.
Yeah.
Many people don't appreciate themselves. Yeah.
That's true.
So
very, very true.
You have put everybody on the first track. And you are the last lot. You are the last of the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes even in parenting it happens. You will find out like right now, because of many things, sometimes a parent might wear some clothes for many years. They have forgotten themselves. They because of maybe taking care of children,
Yes.
because of all that, the pressures here and there, school fees, and they forget themselves. Yeah.
Yes.
And you cannot give what you don't have. If you have not loved yourself,
You can't love.
you can't love.
Oh, so you have to start with you.
Sure.
Wow.
You have to start by yourself. Yeah. Even the Bible talks of that. You
Love
have
yourself
to, yeah.
first.
You should love your neighbor
As you love yourself.
So self is starting before the neighbor.
But we love others.
Yeah. So at times we get to a point whereby there are certain behaviors we don't love in us. We have not accepted the cons and the pros in our lives. Like right now, I know many youths have this issue. Maybe you have a forehead like mine. It's a problem. It's an issue. You'll even
So you hate yourself.
Yeah, you'll even go to surgery. So many things. You are not comfortable with who you are.
You hate yourself.
Yeah, you hate yourself. So your nose is not, maybe it is very pointed. Maybe you have a small nose. You have big ears. So at times it becomes an issue. Either it is big or small, it is still an issue.
It becomes an issue.
Yeah. And there is a certain theory called the Erik Erikson theory.
Yes.
In stage 5. It is usually experienced by teenagehood when we are when people are in the teenagehood. I remember when I was in the teenagehood, I used to have an issue with my head.
Wow.
Because it is not as circular as I would like it to be.
So there is nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It
was a problem.
It was a big problem.
Wow. And
Yeah,
what
so
did you do?
at times when people are jeering you in school, look at that head. They are told to draw the map of Africa. They give you as an example. You see now where we have those curves in the map of Africa. And this was a great problem. I used to go home, and this is what my mom would do. She would sit me I would sit here at her feet, and sasa she would start songa kichwa songa songa.
So
it was a problem. And so it would make me feel so I would feel so depreciated. I would feel I am not okay.
yes.
Yeah, when I go before people, you even feel like wearing capes. You just
so that
want
you
to
cover.
Yeah, you want to stay hidden.
Yes.
And you have seen this with many youths. Sometimes you find somebody has worn a Marvin, they have covered themselves. Now, not because of style. I know sometimes it is style, but maybe they have not appreciated
We
themselves.
think it's because of style. Maybe some.
Maybe the head is not as circular as mine. But when you appreciate yourself, you appreciate that. My wife was making a joke when I was telling her this, and she told me that she loved me because of my head.
Wow.
The way it is not as circular as would want it to be.
You felt good.
I felt good. And I wondered, what if my head was circular? Then I would miss out. Yeah. And what my mom would encourage me with was that my head, I have a lot of brains. That is why they are protruding. So you have to love yourself.
Yes.
The way you are. You are beautiful. You are handsome. And sometimes people have messed us up because we have believed people so much.
Yes.
Maybe what they say about you, what they talk about you. Maybe a certain behavior that has made you to hate yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe you love wearing a certain way, and it has made people are jeering you, and it has made you see there is this small confidence that you should have, that you remove people from your mind. And that is when you start living.
You live your own life.
Yeah, you live your own life. And so many youths are not living their own life. They are living the lives of celebrities. They are living the lives that have been dictated sometimes by parents. You know, there are so many ways of parenting. There is one which we say it is called policeman parenting.
What?
Yeah. The policeman parenting. You see, when a child is of a young age, this policeman parenting, it gets to a point where it does not apply. It cannot work, especially in the teenagehood. This is where you have to talk to them in a way they understand. Yeah. Hapa ni penye, when you know, when they are young, like I have a small girl right now. When I tell her to go, she not even ask me where am I going. She will
just go.
I tell her, come, we are going. She not ask.
She come.
But when you get to teenagehood, because they are now getting to understand themselves, they will ask you, where are we going? You will give them work. They will first do their own work before they do yours. They are developing a sense of who am I. And so when you mess up with this stage of them understanding who they are, I have got to a point whereby I have seen even people doing courses that they had not identified with.
Yeah.
It is not from them. Maybe they were just pushed, or some checked just because of the money involved. And then you find a doctor that is a musician.
Yeah.
So he's in the hospital and he's not even concentrating.
Because of the music.
Yeah, it is not his passion.
Yeah.
That is why we see these quotes are being left in the offices. Yeah,
So it started there.
It started there. They are not identified. I am comfortable doing this. This is where I find joy. This is where I am feeling that I am having the self-actualization when I am doing this. This is where I am feeling I am fulfilled when I am doing this. But then you are a farmer, then you go to being a doctor.
So with this, I'm learning something.
Yeah.
When our kids or our children, wakati wanatafuta kitu ambao mtu atafanya, the passion in him.
Yeah.
Wazazi tusifinyilie watoto sana that you have to do this. You have to do this. It is a must that you have to do this. Because anaweza enda tu na kuletea certificate.
Yeah, that is
this is yours. This is yours.
Sure.
You forced me to do this. I wanted to do this.
Yeah.
Wazazi, we are here. We do force them. We do force them. You are going to do this. You will be a doctor. You'll be a doctor. And yet it is not in him or her. And so he'll just force himself and do it. But it is not. Sio yake. Sio. So wazazi, parents, tujifunze, tujue ile kitu mtoto anataka. And then something else I've learned from this is, hata wakikuita nani, hata wakikwambia you are good for nothing. Wewe jijaze. Unasikia wa counselor what he's saying.
Yeah.
Maybe hiyo kitu ambayo unaonanga kama sio kitu ambayo ni nzuri, kuna mtu anaiona, anaipenda. Lakini sasa wewe umestick tu hapo, niko namna hii. Jaze, unajijua. Si tumekuja kuambiwa tujijue, the identity. Hiyo nimeona ndio imebeba kila kitu.
Sure.
Yeah. Wakati hatujajijua, tuko na shida. So we have to work on that.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not, we have to work on that. Sure. On that.
Yeah.
We know ourselves ili tuweze kuendelea. So naona hajajiita jina, lakini anatuambia na to watch. Kuna mwingine ambaye anaitwa Empress from Macha. You are watching us. Esther Mwangi, you are watching us. Vivian, you are watching us. God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. Tukiendelea, we know that kuna kitu ambayo inakusaidia. Yes, let's continue.
Sure. And so I want to emphasize on that. Self-love, it is an issue. It is an issue with many young people. Many young people don't love themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. And it is bringing up issues. Let me tell you, you are good. There is a theory that we learn that is called humanistic theory. And it explains about human beings.
Yeah.
Human beings are good. You are good in the way you are. So you might have some things you have to work on and this, but don't get to a point whereby you don't love who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at times you might even try to change your voice. You might try to do many things.
Yes.
But then you will never become somebody else. You will never become somebody else. And so here we have a stage that is called confusion stage. Here in the teenagehood.
Confusion stage.
Where you're trying to find out who you are. You're trying to find. Sometimes I would find us in high school. We used to wear very big socks that will reach here at the knees, and then we tuck in the trousers. Then you wear, if the socks are yellow, you have a green jacket. And then your trouser is maybe red.
Confusion stage.
You're trying to identify yourself with somebody. And this is a stage whereby parents are very shaky. It is a stage whereby parents fear a lot. Because it is a point whereby they are trying so many things. They are trying this and that. They want to know, who am I? It is a time of trying to understand oneself. And so this stage, it is just a parent should just guide. You see, you should not be so much of a policeman parent. You start giving some small freedom, but it is guided freedom. Yeah, because I would love to tell the youth, sometimes your freedom can be your prison. So this is whereby you let them understand that they are the ones that are able to carry on their own life. Yeah, the consequences and all that. You just guide, but don't be in a position whereby you guide them to be you. You force them.
You force them to be you.
Yeah, you force them into your values. And so at times the parent might have the same similarities in terms of they look the same with the child, but according to characters, you see, sometimes some parents say, these are not my characters. This is not me.
Yeah.
But the only thing you should not have fear as a parent. You should guide. You should guide in a way that you let them know that these are the consequences to this, this and that. And now that you're becoming of age, you're growing, that you are the one that is capable of taking care of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, if you involve in this and that, these are the results. If you do this and that, these are the results. But many a times, they are covered so that they don't see the outside world.
They live the parents' life.
The parents' life. And the issue with this is that the time they will go out, they start experimenting everything. Now it is a time of experimenting here and there. This I did not have. This one I did not. Yeah, this one I did not have. But if they had a guide, yeah, sometimes talk these issues with your children. Be open to them.
Yes.
Yeah, at times even we usually think that learning is only with our achievements. They can also learn from your failures. Yeah. There is somebody who said, do not throw away your failures. Archive it. Archive it, because it is very important in your walk of life. So even where you have failed, you can talk to your child. Tell them, I did this and that, and this one is not you cannot walk this same line, because I want you to become better. Be free with them. Talk to them. Don't be so far apart. I know sometimes because of being busy, because of doing this and that, maybe you may not have time to be with them at 24 hours.
Yes.
But you can look up for time. Yeah.
Wow.
You can look out for time, and you talk to them, make them feel loved, make them understand this and that, because that is your duty. Yeah.
Maybe parents, we are very, 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 very busy. Parents. We are busy. And yet we complain because of our because of the kids. So this is the high time. Wasikue kama sisi. We just guide them. That's what you are saying. We guide them. Ili wajitafute, wajijue wao. Their morals, values, wajijue. So mzazi ambaye uko mahali hapo, wacha kufinyilia mtoto ati ni lazima afanye hivi, afanye hivi, afanye hivi. Hapana. Just guide him. Atajua. Atajua ako na life yake. Na badala ya aende tena ulimfinyilia hapo, ukamfinyilia. Na unajua kuna wakati ambao itatokea lazima ataenda nje. Ataanza kujitafuta wakati huo. Sasa mambo yataharibika hapo cause haukumpea time. So parents, give them time. Yes. Let's continue.
Sure. And this humanistic theory, it has been done by a certain person called Carl Rogers, and we have some couple of people. I'm going to explain in a short while of what they found out. We have the Abraham Maslow's, and also we have Bagentol, a research they did in the 19s that states looking at the wholesome person. Yeah, looking at a person wholesomely. And what entails of a person. Yeah, this one it gets you to understand yourself even more better and who you are. And so this is what we have something we call the hierarchy Maslow, the Maslow hierarchy.
Yeah.
This is what they came out with. And it is a kind of a pyramid like structure that has some basis that explain this. And so we have something that is called physiological. And when it comes to physiological, this entails the basic needs.
Yeah.
The food, breathing, and all that. And when the basic things are affected, then so many things are affected.
Yeah.
And we are in this, many people are in this state of the basic needs.
We are there.
Yeah, the physiological. And the physiological needs, if you don't get, let me use an example, you don't get food. You don't get food.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you will not even, psychologically, you will not be good.
Yeah.
You don't have some resources here and there. You will not be as you are supposed to be. You will not have reached the maximum level. We usually call it the self-actualization level. And then we have the safety. The safety, the body safety.
Yeah.
Many people, like I had said earlier on, they don't have the safety of even their body. They don't feel safe.
They don't feel safe.
Yeah, don't feel safe in their house. They don't feel safe in the relationship. Yeah, they don't feel safe in life. Maybe caused by fears or other things. They lack the safety. So when you lack the safety, you will not be at a good position.
Yeah.
And also we have something we call love and belonging that many people don't know it is a necessity.
Love and belonging.
Yeah, love and belonging. Let me tell you, these youths you see taking drugs and drinking, some have even been in the street. I took a small research and I found out even some people in the streets have come from very well-up family.
Yes.
They have come from families that are doing well, but maybe they miss the love and belonging. We usually say this is a very great necessity.
Yeah.
If people don't feel loved where they are, they go to certain highways to look for love.
Yeah.
And so I was doing this research, and it has been done over time, that even these people who drink a lot, there is an issue. Yeah, it is not just...
There must be an issue.
There is a big issue. There is something they are trying to run away from. There is some issues that are not addressed. And many people, when you see them, you start calling them names. Even maybe from the family, you start telling them they are useless. They not add up to anything. Maybe as a parent, you have seen they don't have good grades.
Yeah.
You're telling them they are good for nothing. You don't know the mess you're doing. And so many of the times when I get chance to advocate, we don't get many chances to speak to the parents. So I usually tell them, don't do that to your child.
Yes.
There is a very funny example you use in church. If you call your child a cow, then you are the biggest cow.
But you can't
because
tell
this is a small cow. Yeah, you cannot tell them that.
But
because a human being will give birth to a human being. So at times when you call in when you're calling these children names,
Parents.
Sometimes you don't check. How can you call your child a cow?
Imagine.
Maybe because they have gotten maybe a D or something like that. That is not, it is not the end of life. It does not dictate them. This is maybe one of the areas they have a weakness. You should just encourage them to do better. But then we are doing so much messes. These guys are ending up in drugs. You know, there when they go there, they are not judged. They are told, come
here.
We will buy for you. They are shown they are the best. Maybe they drink even a whole crate. They are shown how they are good, how they are the best in that place. And sometimes they even told, if you don't have money, we will buy for you.
And then the parent is complaining.
Yeah.
And yet he or she is the problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
At times the families are the problems. Yeah, maybe because of just some failures and all that, you have gotten to a point whereby you have seen them as useless. And now because every human being looks for love and belonging, that is why people will break up relationships if they don't feel loved. People even leave jobs.
Yes.
Yeah. People will even go to those highways. So if the love and belonging is not checked, many people that are taking drugs and all that, it is just that issue of love and belonging. Yeah, they don't feel here I am loved. They don't feel that. I was talking to a certain street child, and they were telling me they cannot go out of that place. So if you're going to take that child from there, you have to take them as a group, because here they formed a family. So
they have parents there.
And that boy was telling me in their house, they have money, they have things, but there is no sense of love and belonging, which is a necessity.
Wow.
Yeah, it is a very big necessity. So if it is not found, and so it might have gotten to you, maybe a youth, I see many youths like that. Maybe you have experienced this. In counseling, we usually say you can learn a behavior, you can relearn, or you can unlearn the behavior, and you can still learn again the behavior. So if you have found yourself there where you are not loved, you should have the consciousness that this is what I experience, and it is making me behave this way. So the issue happened, yes, but what is the solution now? So you will not destroy your life because you are not loved. Now this is where self-love was coming. Yeah. So if they don't love me, I will love myself. Because there are scenarios whereby you cannot change. We usually say you cannot, in counseling, you cannot change people.
Yes.
You can only change yourself. So you can change how you see things. You can change how the negative things were fed to you. Maybe you never got a chance to feel the love of a parent. You can decide, as for my children, they will feel the love of a parent. Maybe nobody was there for you.
Yes.
But you can decide, as for my children. You see now, because if you enter with this mindset and with this distraction, you are already messed up.
Yes,
you will also mess up other children. And so the cycle continues and it continues. So if you don't work out the issues, you will find yourself, you have lost another generation again. So it is a cycle that is not ending. So self-love and belonging, it is a necessity. So if you are in a chance there, you're listening to me as a parent, show your children love.
Yes.
Yeah, you just do that. In fact, the word of God says, parents, you should lead your children in the ways of God. It does not say the chief. It does not say any other people. You know, this thing has been given to other people.
Yes.
They should feel you. Yeah, don't say I don't have time.
Wow.
You see, like in the place
you have to create time.
Yeah, you see, like in the place of men, we were learning this, that the first person a man looks up to is the mother. The mother is the first girlfriend. So, and this is messing up, especially, let me say that I'm a single parent, for single parents, maybe a single lady, you see, you are becoming a father and a mother at the same time. So you don't have the soft part of a woman.
Yes.
You see? And this young man you are raising wants to see the softness of a woman. So that you find out people don't even marry. They are not getting married because if this is the woman I'm going to find.
Mzazi parent, hebu jiangalie wewe, kijana ataoa kama atakuangalia wewe kweli ataoa. Hebu jiangalie vile huko ati the first girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
So wanaangalianga vile wewe unafanyanga, what you normally do. So mzazi, you are there, and yet we do complain when they marry. And yet unapata uyo kijana tuseme like for a guy akioa, najua nakumbuka hata akifosiwa aende tu aoe, but some say I will not marry because of the parent. So lakini hata akioa bado anakumbukanga. So kuna shida mzazi, kuna shida. Jiangalie. Unda complain kijana amefikisha 40, 35 hajaoa. Wewe anakuangalia anashindwa kama atapata bibi kama wewe, nagging wife always. So akikuangalia anashindwa, mimi nitaoa kweli ama nitakaa namna hiyo? Mzazi, it's a high time that we change. Let us change, parents. It's a high time that we change. Okay.
And so even for the ladies, the first boyfriend is the father. Yeah. So that is why it is very natural.
Yeah.
The girls have a tendency of being so close to the fathers, and the boy child are fond of being to the mother, because there is something they are looking up to. So they have so many similarities with the father if it is the boy child. So they want to see how does a woman behave, and the girl wants to see how does a husband behave. And we have seen this because of many people suffering from families that are broken. Maybe the father had issues, always fighting. You will find out that the girl will have maybe defensive mechanism even when they get into marriage. Or maybe they will say, I will not even marry at all. Because if this is the kind of life I'm going to have, they will end up not feeling safe, not feeling that part. So if you are a parent there, know that you have a duty. You have a duty. If you want this child to grow up well, if you are a father, show the children how does a father behave. If you are the mother, and if by maybe issues of life, you are a single parent, and I know many, it's not like they want to, and maybe you have found yourself there, then just get to be aware. In counseling, we usually say the most important thing, it is to be aware. It is to be aware now. Here, I have many duties, but also I have this child. I have this child that I want him or her to become the best. So if I am over harsh, I am just like that, you find him there 40, 50 years, you're just complaining he's not going to look for a woman, but he has already made up his mind. He has already seen this highway. I don't want to end up this way. So just if you are there, sometimes young men, they even want to go and hug their mothers. They want just to stay close. They are just checking, and the father is complaining a lot. They don't understand that this thing is so natural. They are just looking up to this, and we have something else called esteem. Esteem. How is your esteem? How do you see yourself? Yeah.
You yourself.
You know, we usually say there is a problem that it is called stamping. Many people wait for people to stamp them. Yeah.
They are living other people's lives.
Yeah. They have to be stamped. You have to be told have you ever addressed yourself in the mirror and you're there, you are not convinced. You must ask 2 or 3 people.
How am I?
How am I? I used to make a joke with my sister. And I saw this, especially in ladies, it happens a lot.
To ladies.
When you tell a
Yes.
lady that her hair is not good,
Uh-huh.
that I used it once as a joke.
Uh-huh.
I was just the way I just told her, your hair is not that good.
Oh,
It disturbed her.
oh.
It disturbed her. She had been plaited just the other day. She had to go and undo the hair. And so I saw that as an issue. Sometimes it is an issue with us. You want to be validated.
Yeah.
And the thing that happens in life, most times, at times, you not get people to validate you.
Yeah, very few.
Yeah.
There are few.
There is somebody who said genuine people are scarce.
They're
Sometimes
scarce.
something is good,
Uh-huh.
but because of maybe they feel challenged by you, they feel you are showing so much of their weaknesses. You see,
Yes.
sometimes when you're doing well, some people feel challenged.
Yes.
They feel you are showing that they are weaklings.
Yes.
So they will not stamp it.
Uh-huh.
And if you're the person who waits for stamping, you will suffer a lot in your life. So your esteem should be built up. Yes, don't be overconfident, because if you're overconfident,
Yeah.
you will not learn anything. But then have this confidence that I am good,
Yes.
that this is what I can be able to do. Appreciate yourself. You know, when I was in high school, we used to have a funny thing. Sometimes, you know, when chemistry papers would come, they will be put upside down. So when you pick the papers and we just look at them, and somebody finds out, I have gotten 50 and above, they would go at the canteen and also and like buy the whole mandazis that are there in the canteen, just to appreciate themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, have an esteem whereby you believe in yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, believe in yourself.
Believing in ourselves.
Yeah.
Parents. There was a time walikuwa na make joke sana. Niambia wewe ni mrefu. So you're not supposed to wear easy heels.
Yeah.
And so hii kitu ikaanza kunisumbua. Ikanisumbua sana. You know, hivyo unasema, you tell your wife that your hair is not, it's not neat, it's not good. We ladies, I think we have something. So wakati alianza kuliniambia hivyo, kaanza kunisumbua. But when I came to learn that I can't change how I am.
Yeah.
And so I just used to tell them, I am an American height. So wakati nilienda tu nikiwaambia hivyo, tena wameniambia wewe hujafika hiyo American ni watu warefu American. So wakati huo sasa niliacha kusumbuka. And so nikajipenda. Ni mrefu, I'm an American height. Na nitakuwa nikivaa heels. An American height. And so usipojipenda ambao unatuwatch, vile uko jipende. You can't change that. Uliumbwa hivyo, and so you can't change. Jipende vile uko. Jipende ili uweze kuendelea. Yes. Let's continue, and I know that we are winding up. We have some minutes.
So this esteem, you should have it. Some things you're looking for, and people are looking for those things also in you. So at times you have something that you don't like,
yes,
and people like it. At times what you think you have not achieved, people see that you have achieved a lot. And as for you, you just check and you see you're demoralized, you're feeling low.
Yes.
But then where you are, just where you are right now, there are people who are wishing they can be there.
They can be there.
Yeah. And there is this thing usually say that the needs and the wants will never end. So today you're walking on foot, you want a bicycle. When you get a bicycle, you want a car. When you want a car, you want an aeroplane. Now when you want an aeroplane, you want to you want a train. Yeah. When you get a train, you want a ship. And so they are endless, those things. So when you don't have an esteem of just knowing I am good and what I am working out,
yes,
you will be so much stressed and will have many disturbances. And so the last thing, usually call it the self-actualization level. This is where we should all want to be. The self-actualization level is whereby you have now gotten to a point whereby you don't have disturbances. You have understood yourself. You have gotten to understand your identity. You have appreciated yourself.
Yes.
You have the self-love. And now you are at a point whereby you have gotten to the self-actualization. Now you are releasing. Because you cannot release if you don't have.
Yes, you have to release what you have.
Yeah, and according to this theory, they were saying that now when you get to this self-actualization level, it is like the legacy point. What you're leaving, what people can attest to you. Even when people are, when you're gone, they can attest this to you. Yeah.
So it's like you have achieved what you wanted to achieve. Self-actualization. Tumesoma sana siku ya leo. I think for those who are watching, I know we have learned something. Au kutoka vile, I know you have learned. You'll have to change. You have to change. Work on ayo mambo ambao tumefundishwa siku ya leo. Tulikuwa na counselor, tena ni pastor ambaye ameneemeka sana kiwa tu katika youth hapo ambaye ametufundisha mambo mazuri. I believe hakuna mahali kwingine unaweza pata haya mambo. It's only on MTN TV, The Eagles Show. Hapa ndio utakaopata hayo mambo. Na kwa hivyo course tunaenda tu tukimalizia tu, labda tu ningelusha kwake tena ili akaweze kunenea huyo mzazi, huyo kijana, huyo kwanza sana ako hapo kwa youth sana ili wajielewe. Unajua wasipojielewa na ndio wanaenda kuwa wazazi wa kesho. Tutakuwa kweli na confused generation. And so muongeleshe tu ya mwana youth ambao anasikia ya kwamba ako katika hiyo crisis ambao umeongea ili tukaweze kuenenda tukimalizia. Yes.
Okay. So we have learned about identity. And I believe now you have understood that there are values that determine your behavior.
Yes.
So if there are things you see that are not good, just work them out, but give yourself, be patient with yourself. Yeah, be patient with yourself.
Yes.
Even if you have ambitions and you have all that, usually say you cannot get to there if you're not healthy. You're not healthy in your mind, you're not healthy physically. You see, and so many people are sick because of these stresses.
Yes.
And so if you're there, you are a youth, you do not feel loved, just know that God loves you.
Yes.
And you can start by loving yourself.
Yes.
Even if you've been put down, maybe by teachers, maybe they have called you names, maybe by parents, maybe because of things you have faced out in life, get to know that all these disturbances have been there. But now when you get to understand yourself, you can do better, you can walk even in a better way, and you can get to the self-actualization level. It is possible. You can get to that point, and just by working out slowly by slowly, be encouraged, and don't feel like you are the one with the biggest problem. Sometimes you usually say, it is just that people have not shared their stories, their experiences.
Yes.
Sometimes you share your experience, and when somebody else starts sharing their own experience, you get to understand, so even not having parents was not that big deal to me. It was
not an issue.
So just love yourself, get to understand yourself, and if you are a parent there, and you have children, they are your responsibility. Just raise them in the best way you can, because of the next generation, because of the life that is after there, because of the children they are going to raise. If all of us are healthy, then we will raise a healthy generation. Yeah, and that is my take-in today.
Wow. The Eagles Show. Hope umelearn something. So as we wind up, nataka kuirudisha kwa kansela wetu siku ya leo, ili akaweze kutukumbusha majina yake, katuambia labda anaweza salimia watu wawili watatu tu kumalizia.
Okay. Yes. So I know if I don't send greetings, I will not have a place to go to.
Yes, that's what I know.
So my name, I'm Pastor Joseph Njao Waroiro. I'm based in Thika. I have a ministry called Christ Unlimited Generation. It is a youthful ministry.
Yes.
Whereby we usually work out and we have so many meetings. We usually have a theme verse that is in 2 Corinthians 4 verses 7 that says, "For we have this treasure in us, in earthen vessels, that the glory will not be of us, it will be of God." And so you will find us in Facebook, Christ Unlimited Generation, in TikTok, Christ Unlimited Generation 1, and you can talk to us. So I want to send greetings to my lovely wife. Yeah, she is Anduta Njau.
Anduta.
Yeah, she's a good woman.
Yes.
I love her so much. And I also want to send greetings to my child Banis. Najua sasa ndio wanafunga shule wako sharing. Banis Njoki Njau.
Yes.
I want to send greetings to my father, Apostle Philip Waroiro, a very great man.
Yes.
I want also to send greetings to my mother, Pastor Jane, to my brother Devi, to my sister Mercy, and to my brother's wife Jane, and to all members of Christ Unlimited Generation. I love you and get to know your purpose and identity, and God loves you. If you'd love to reach out to us, we have our contact 07 68 51 3131.
Again.
0768 51 3131. Or you can also WhatsApp us 07510 668 03. 07510 668 03.
Wow.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. We are just winding up our program today now, and I know you have something that you have learned. Reverend Rob Sam, all the way from Witaithia Thika, Esther Wanderi, all the way from Kiambu, Pastor Ngugi, Ruth Gete, Rise and Shine. God bless you so much. Esther Mwangi, Mrs. Muchai, God bless you so much. Wagatamas wote mnasema you are watching, and God bless you. Keep call from Thika. Keep courage. God bless you so much. As we are winding up, I know that you have learned something. Hakuna kwingine ambao unaweza pata kitu kama hii. It's only on MTN TV, The Eagles Show. My name's Al Joy Wamboi. Tukutane hiyo siku ingine, and I know that utaendelea kujaribu kutoka mahali hapo ambao ulijipata umeingizwa. Sasa jitoe. I know that you have learned something. So God bless you so much. Until hiyo siku ingine, tunawapenda sana kutoka kwa MTN TV, tukiwa na mgeni wetu. Tunawaambia shalom, shalom, shalom. Be blessed.
Amen.
Amen.
Haufananishwi. Asante Bwana. Mungu afananishwi na kitu kingine.